E aí pessoal, beleza? Show de bola aí, então. Bem-vindos ao canal, bem-vindo todos aí, viu? Os inscritos novos aí, viu? Quem não foi inscrito, já vou até falando logo, quem não foi inscrito, se inscreve no canal, deixa o like se você gosta de jogar Skyrim com mod, modificado aí, beleza? E é isso. Por enquanto é o jogo que eu mais estou gostando de modificar assim, né? Tá aí colocando mods. Então, ontem eu fiz a minha última gameplay. Isso. Eu esqueci de mudar a minha webcam, tava do lado direito. É pra ter colocado embaixo para poder mostrar o mod novo de UI ali, o minimap. E eu esqueci de. E aí eu acho que nem deu pra ver porque tampou, né? Aí atrapalhou. Aí hoje eu já modifiquei, beleza? Pra dar pra vocês verem toda a UD aí certinho. E o mod parece estar funcionando. É como eu mencionei. Eu desativei algumas coisas nele e deixei só ele faz o trabalho dele, que é o minimap. Ver o minimapinho do lugar. Né? Pra facilitar onde você tá, ali, onde você... É isso aí. Então bora lá, bora continuar, né? Essa espada tem no jogo, tá? Essa espada aí, ó. Ela tem ela no jogo. Ela é de um pacote de... Eu até esqueci. Cara, eu me lembro o nome do pacote, cara. Eu acho que é do... Não sei se é Gozo ou em Pompex, não me lembro mais. Mas tem um pacote que tem. Olha o minimapa, como vocês podem ver. Agora sim, agora tá dando pra ver. Realmente tava tampando bem tampado. Mas agora vocês estão podendo ver aí, ó. Vou até fazer de novo aqui pro bagulho. Vem no mapa, vem aqui no mapa local, clica aqui em algum lugar, ó. Se você clicar, vai aparecer lá também, lá no mapinha, tá vendo? Interessante, velho, certinho. Nossa, esse mod é essencial. É um mod assim que é essencial pra você estar jogando Skyrim, entendeu? Assim que, né? Os jogos atuais tem, Skyrim não, então. Bom, então vamos lá. Rigmor tá aqui. Encontre quintos. Vamos lá falar com quintos. Eu acho.
What do you need? Need something? Need something.
Eu acho que ele tá aqui dentro, né? Será? Não, não tá aqui dentro. Onde tá esse homem então, gente? Ó, encontre quintos. Encontre quintos? Você tem que encontrar ele ainda, cara. Aqui ele não tá. Marinheiro. Carles, esse aqui. Ele vai até estar relacionado à missão. Perguntar Rigmor, talvez ela saiba alguma coisa. Não sabe não. Será que aquele ali é o Quintos? Tá paradão aqui. Nossa. É aqui, cara.
Guardian General,
Aqui está o senhor
Countess.
Quintos.
At last, the gods have answered my prayers.
É como sempre, todo mundo tranquilão, sentado na cadeira. Beleza.
As well as can be expected, it's It's
É,
been
tá
a
um
long
pouquinho
time.
diferente, viu? Mudaram um pouco o visual dele aqui em Cyrodil.
Indeed. Sethri has told me all there is to know about our task at hand. What evil has been plaguing our lands, and the reason behind it. I couldn't figure it out at first. Why would the Emperor, so-called, send me all the way to this region when the raiders we were meant to prevent were protected with immunity? Yes, they come into Cyrodil and we prevent further excursions, but we are not allowed to follow them back to their base. At the very foot of that mountain, Morag Sethius informed me that crossing the border and marching into Hammerfell was irregular and could be seen as an act of war. But the real reason is all too sinister and depraved. I thought they were slavers at first, their spoils mostly comprised of people. People that go into that mountain and never come out. But now it's clear. What a fool I have been. Cassius told me you were coming. My sword is yours to command.
What's up there, Quintus?
An army of leeches. At the foot of the mountain, there's a considerable force of raiders. They do the dirty work, round up the people and have them sent to the pits. Further up, there's a small battalion of mercenaries defending the ruins.
The pits?
There's some ancient Aelid ruins on the top of that mountain, but they lead deep into the earth, to the antechamber, where they keep the Bridger's size. The pits are winding catacombs, where, as I said, the army of leeches are located, vampiric defilers. We now know they are the Akaviri, human remnants. The people are harvested there. Not only that, the soul gem is protected by Taisi sergeants, led by General Oxyamaka. Oddly enough, he's the only one we can name. The others, they're just numbers. What is it? The very same. I lost count.
Olha o cetro aqui também. Ele tava lá em Skyrim, cara. E veio pra cá também.
Cassius bought a map from their war galley you destroyed in the Sea of Ghosts. Invasion routes is our guess. We think they've been secretly biding their time.
Waiting for the moment to come. The age of the serpent. Of course. When Cassius arrived several days ago, we discussed the offensive. First, we had the problem of the river. I travelled to Anvil and persuaded the Count to allow me to build a pontoon. You saw it as you arrived. I told him it was prudent to have a forward warning post connected to the main camp. Of course, none of the nobles here in the Gold Coast know anything about the truth. But I told him it was imperative, and it would stop the slavers.
Quintus has been sending patrols frequently. We don't think it's caused the enemy to become too suspicious. 20 men go out, 10 come back.
Vai tá insano, cara.
Half of my men are already on the Hammerfell side of the river. Good men, Guardian. They are loyal, and Cassius's arrival has bolstered morale. Many are from his old legion. And now you and the Countess are here. They are ready and at your command. Here, on the map, the raiders have a base camp at the foot of the mountains. We need to force our way through to access the rampart that leads to the top. Agreed. At the top, the Aeliad ruins are occupied by mercenaries. A company-sized unit mainly consisting of elven renegades and a few orcs. They've been there since I arrived. Probably the remnants of the New Order. They were also supplied by the Raiders.
Once we hit the Raiders' camp, we're hoping the Mercs will just think it's one of Quintus' patrols stay too deep and ignore us.
I've stepped up patrols and forced some skirmishes lately, so it won't seem too out of the ordinary. But once we hit them hard at the foot of the mountain, I suggest you take some veterans and make your way as quickly as possible to the summit and neutralize the mercenaries as quick as possible.
É, onde já vai dar um pouco mais de combate. Tem que neutralizar os subir da montanha.
Is Morag Sethius in there?
She's been here for a few days.
There
acho que a
will
gente
be
vai enfrentar a
no
Morag.
quarter-given guardian, no pity. I'll be taking no prisoners. Every man available will be needed.
What is it? As it happens, I came across a few crates of some such items, carelessly left by the Anvil docks, and have made sure of their distribution amongst the troops. Of course, I saved you and the Countess, so just in case. Don't worry, Dragonborn. As a mage, my place is also to protect Sorella. General Quintus, there's an envoy here to see you. Expecting visitors, Quintus?
Not that I know of. Who is it, soldier?
They're asking for the Guardian General and the Countess Rigmor.
Vamos ver do que se trata isso, porque eu tô achando que é uma coisa meio insana. Ah, elfo. Os elfos aqui em Skyrim são uma praga. Ai, ai.
The last Dragonborn. And the Princess of Tamriel. We have a dossier on you, milady, worthy of its own library shelf.
What is it you want here, Justicar?
Please allow me to introduce myself. I am Count Valeronan Cameus of Lelandro, envoy of the Almere Dominion, and Commander-in-Chief of Tesso, the Elven Special Operations.
Clica em cima dele.
There are Elven criminals that need to have swift justice exacted upon them.
Sargentão morro.
Renegades and former New Order traitors dug in on the top of Table Mountain, and I have been sent to offer my services
É, são os
as a gesture of
elfos.
goodwill between the Empire and the Dominion.
Yeah, right.
I don't ask that you like us, Countess. I only ask for your trust.
Ah, tá.
Trust. Your organization is no better than that of the New Order. Wherever the Thalmor tread, they leave a trail of misery, torture, and death. The only good thing Sethius did was kick you out of Cyrodil.
I do understand your hostility, and I don't blame you, not for one moment. We, the Dominion, owe you a debt of gratitude for helping bring about the demise of the New Order. And I want to take this
parece que eles
chance
vão
to
querer se
personally
aliar,
honor
vamos
our
ver.
behalf for the suffering you endured at the hands of that traitor, the Thalmor General.
Don't you even dare mention his name.
No. Of course. How insensitive of me. But General Quintus, my special forces are at your disposal if you so wish it. I hope we can unite to bring about an end to the monster that resides within that mountain. And might I, at the very least, be offered the courtesy of parley, as to understand the situation. Please do not be alarmed, or suspicious. This letter of introduction should suffice to prove my intentions are genuine. It is signed by many dignitaries, including the Council of Elders in Exile, the High Justiciar from the Isles, and diplomatic emissaries from Valenwood and elsewhere, to name but a few.
That's a lot of names. You must be very special to be endorsed by virtually the whole of Tamriel, Count Gomez.
And what's in it for you?
We only want to win the war. As I said, milady, we owe you a debt of gratitude. Nothing more.
Quintus, you can't trust this ass clown. He's a Justicar, a Thalmor.
It's pronounced Justiciar.
Justiciar. Ah, Rigmor. Engraçado.
Let's all go inside.
É, desse jeito claro.
Whatever. I think I'll just go take a walk. The air around here has become
O diálogo dele dá até
unpleasant.
graça, cara. Se fosse dublado ia ser insano. Ai, ai.
Guardian General, see if you can talk some sense into her. I'll bring the Count up to date.
É, eu acho que eu não vou bater papo à vontade. A Rigmor foi onde? Acho que eu tá. A cadeira não é essa não, deve que é essa. Ah, tem que ir lá na Rigmor. Ah, é que não. Tem que saber onde que ela tá, cara. Ah, Rigmor. Por isso que era bom agora o recursozinho de ver o NPC no minimap. Que ele ia mostrar o aliado. Mas aí eu desabilitei, né? Por questão de desempenho, mas tá bom. Ah,
If
tá
you've
aqui.
come to talk me around, don't waste your breath. Don't trust them. Damn elves. No, I didn't mean it like that. Yeah, I remember. The enemy of my enemy is still my enemy. Let
Ela não
it
confia
go.
nos elfos. Aí ela. Não adianta.
They murdered my father in the worst way possible. He was denied a warrior's death and they paraded him around the street of Alinor while the people spat upon him, Dragonborn. They kicked and beat him and they publicly hanged him for all the world to see. And he was all alone. And there was no one there for him. They tore my family apart, enslaved my mom, and flogged me to within an inch of my life. No, I will not let it go. So don't you dare try to patronize me. They will always be my enemy, and I can never, ever forgive them.
Ela tá com raiva mesmo. Ah. Sim.
I I want nothing to do with him. Or his special forces. So that makes it all right. Okay. Maybe you're right. Come on, then. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt.
Here's the map. As you can see, the mountain has
Foi
at its
difícil
foot
convencer
a
eles,
base
né?
camp.
Porque
God, no,
eles foram. Porque eram elfos que fez ela passar por tudo isso, né?
a
Entendeu?
few orcs.
E aí veio um elfo agora querendo apoiar
I see.
ela e
And
ela
plan?
não quer. Ela tá
We
certa.
attack the base camp simultaneously in a pincer movement. The Guardian and Countess ascend the slopes and take control of the heights. That's where you come in.
I suggest my forces are to accompany the Countess. Not only to take out the renegades, but to offer some protection.
I have updated the Count. He is to accompany your assault on the heights.
Are you with child?
What? How dare you? You had better keep your distance, Count Cameus, or I won't be responsible for what happens to you. As soon as you've dealt with your elven renegades, I want you out of here.
Ah,
Do we
tá. Ela
understand
vai
each other?
aceitar eles por um tempo. Depois eles vão ter que picar a mão. Tá certo. O que eu vou ter que fazer agora? É começar com ele.
E atento para problemas. Temos uma instância.
Pra ser sincero, cara. Você é bem ruim também.
My apologies.
Também não gosto dos elfos,
I
não.
assumed...
Já que eles são culpados de tudo. Então.
Can we talk privately? Thank you, General Winters, for your hospitality.
É,
We'll be waiting for the attack to begin, then join you.
eu acho que ainda... Você ainda quer bater um papo aqui, cara?
You and I both know what's going on here, Guardian. I assume you spoke to the priest. He appears like a ghostly apparition, out of nowhere, but can only walk amongst us for a short time. At first it bothered me greatly. He told me of my own destiny, how it was entwined with yours, that we will both go on to become harbingers of a new era for men and mare, and beast. I believe so. Or is a guiding voice for them. He is the reason I am here at all. He said that you are unpredictable and it worries the gods. And if you were to deny them, other ways would need to be sought to fulfill the prophecy. Did she touch the shrine? I see. That's all I needed to know.
Ah, calma aí, meu.
We are just pawns in the game not of our choosing, Dragon Slayer. We are all servants of the great Lord Akatosh. Are you really such a blind fool? I think not. The gods are cruel. They play their games, but this time, The threat is real. I was chosen by the priest to gather a force, a special force. And I've been waiting years, biding my time, only for this moment. You think you can enter that mountain and prevail against the undead alone? What awaits you in there is beyond the realms of mortals, and the only safe way through is to bring that little girl, the orphan bandit child, to do what must be done, can only be accomplished at the point of my silver swords. I am afraid that the Countess, no, Princess, will have to endure my company for a little while longer. It must be so debilitating for her, after everything she has been through all these years. I am on your side, Dragon Slayer. On Rigmor's side. I personally took responsibility for the apprehension of the new order in Alnor. And I've been playing my role in the game, as you yours. Blind fool, look at you. What are you? Obviously you cannot even recall any schooling. Do you even remember where you were born? Where exactly do you hail from? Do you recall anything at all about your past? Is there one single thing you can tell me about yourself? Were you hatched from an egg, or forged in a dank pool from offal? What of her? Rigmor, child of Ragnar named Sigurdsdottir. Her whole life is a book. A tragedy to be read by all and sundry. A child chosen for a fate worse than death, and she keeps enduring. She keeps giving. Her strength and resolve unsurpassed. She is born to reign, and born to bear a child, and you no longer will be the last Dragonborn. For there shall be another. Akatosh wills it, and it will be done. So we're not done. Not yet, Dragon Slayer. Not by a long chalk. It's too late whether you like it or not. Rigmor's life was never hers to live. She is of the Mead dynastic bloodline, and will take her rightful place. The people will demand it. You can, of course, wander the wilderness for the rest of your days, or drink yourself to death. Have you spoken to the princess, Rigmor, about her fate? Because you should. But what if, when you arrive there is no bridge to cross? You owe her the truth at the very least. Stop treating her like a fragile porcelain doll. You may come to find that actually, she does have what it takes after all. The child will be a septum, and she will be called Kintyra. Who you are should be as plain as the nose on your face. Until next time.
É, parece que tem uma coisa meio insana aqui, viu? Tem que começar com a Rigmor. Pra poder ficar sabendo. Acho que ele tava querendo avisar sobre alguma coisa.
Fique atento para problemas. É apenas uma questão de tempo.
Ah, não tá aqui, tá? Eu deveria estar aqui. Ah, eu acho que é aqui que ela tá.
Is it time to go already? What is it? Dragonborn, nothing is going to happen to you. What's made you think this way? Feel what? What's gotten into you? You're beginning to worry me now. I'm listening. No, Well, I did notice a little bleeding, down there. No, it's not. It did worry me a little bit, but I just put it down to, women things. Irregularity. No. Dragonborn, you're scaring me now. What's going on? Dragonborn, what's going on? I would call him Ragnar, after my father. Kintyra, Dragonborn, what's going on? Yes, I remember, of course. Go on. This is frightening me now, Dragonborn. You had better not be making some kind of joke because it's not funny. What about me? You prayed at the chapel.
É interessante, ela achou que
Okay,
era.
sorry. I just can't imagine you doing that. That's all. That's sweet of you. The danger of bearing a child. Your child? We talked about that. By the gods. Dragonborn, you can't be sure about that. I know the shrine went all weird, but shrines do that kind of thing with their glowing, shiny stuff thing. I could be pregnant, but it's too early to tell, and if I am, then we must trust them. For my sake. It all fits now that I think about it. I've become so used to being used by the gods, so don't feel guilty. If I do have a child and I don't make it, promise me you'll love her, care for her, and remember me. I would gladly die in your arms, and if Kintyra were to become Empress of all Tamriel, then at least my life amounted to something. I know you would. Promise me, you'll take good care of her.
Coloca aqui agora. Ela não iria querer isso, né? Eu até prometo, né? Porque não tem outro.
Go. Prepare for the battle. Come and get me when the time is right.
Nossa, cara, que coisa mais insana. É porque no caso. Nossa. Aí agora
A história é escrita
vale
pelos
com
vencedores.
quintos.
Hora de escrevermos nosso capítulo.
É, eu vou salvar aqui, cara. Talvez, será que o Dragonborn aconteça alguma? Porque é o personagem principal, se chama Dragonborn só. Eu tô pensando que acho que pode acontecer alguma coisa com ele, cara.
Everything is ready. Sethri has joined Cassius and his unit to help protect the child. They have already gone ahead to await the attack and will follow in your wake. Count Cameus and his men are in position. All we need to do now is join them. Understood.
As ready as I'll ever be. Okay. Dragonborn.
Parece que eu tenho alguma coisa pra falar ainda. Opa.
O que é?
What's going to happen? I mean, when... You know, if we do manage to defeat Morag and march into Cyrodil and defeat Leywin and all of the nobles who turn against us and manage to get to the Citadel, fight our way across the bridge and fight our way through to the palace and the Praetorian Guard to the throne, what then? Oh, that's easy then. You can do it. No? What do you mean, no? No! I can't! I can't do it! I won't do it! No! You do it, Dragonborn! You cut his head off! Why me? Why is it always me? Is that right? So are you sticking around this time? And what if there is a baby? How do I know you're going to be there for us? This nightmare just never ends, and I can't see a way out. It goes on forever, Dragonborn. I'm falling into a black hole that goes on forever, and I can't make it stop. But I'm scared. Dragonborn. And they shall come to know my name and tremble, be it gods, demons, or kings. The Dragonborn comes. Let's go do this.
Ah, insano, hein? Insano, cara. Eu acho que estão perto aí do combate aí. É legal, cara. Insano mesmo. Eu vou salvar aqui de novo. É bacana, cara. Muito legal. Toda uma história aí. Já foi quase com mais de 40 minutos já, viu? Vou ver se dá pra sentar aqui. E é isso aí, pessoal. É isso aí, beleza? Até o próximo vídeo aí. E é isso aí. Muito bacana mesmo, viu? Legal que eu acho que estamos encaminhando aí pro final. A história tá ficando muito interessante, tá? Não sei o que vai acontecer com a Rigmor, nem com o personagem principal. Acredito que acho que vai acontecer. Eu creio que eu desejo um final feliz, né? Vamos ver o que vai acontecer. É interessante mesmo. Mas aí, né? Para quem tem curiosidade de acompanhar, então é isso. Não deixe de se inscrever no canal, deixe seu like, compartilhe. Para estar fortalecendo e é isso aí. Não deixe de acompanhar, beleza? Então é isso aí, pessoal. Até o próximo vídeo.